the Steelers also have a decision to make. In their case, they'll have to decide whether to tag Le'Veon Bell. He averaged 157 scrimmage yards per game. That's the third highest in a single season all time. So his value expected to be north of the franchise tag. NFL insider Adam Kaplan now with us. And Adam, how will the Steelers play this?
Yeah, I think, Wendy, when you look at it, what they'll try to do is get a deal done by March 1st. If they can't, he'll get the franchise tag. Now, if they could get a long-term deal done, it'll be like almost all the other deals that they've done. They typically go with guarantees. When the player's on the roster by a certain date, the base salary becomes fully guaranteed. That's the structure that they do with just about every deal. I expect this to be the same with some sort of a signing bonus. But the bottom line is the Steelers internally have decided there's zero chance that they let Le'Veon Bell go. The other thing is they don't have anyone behind him who'd be ready to step in. The only concern that you have with Le'Veon Bell is real simple. He's missed 14 games over the last 2 seasons. That's why this would preclude him from being the highest paid running back in NFL history. But the bottom line is this guy's special, and they know it, and they want him to stay.
Well, I think that's a fair point, Teddy. Are you tagging Bell or trying to figure out a way to keep him long term?
Whether you tag him, I mean, if they tag him, if I'm Le'Veon Bell, I got to play hardball. I got to play hardball and hold out and definitely get that long-term deal. If I'm Le'Veon Bell, I've been injured in the past, okay? And I put out a season for you this year that, like you said, is super impressive. They know what I can do as a threat. Defensively, I know this. The #1 threat when you play the Pittsburgh Steelers, it's not Antonio Brown, it's Le'Veon Bell. He's got to know that. He's got to know the position that he plays, the damage that he can suffer. One knee injury and your value is gone. Hold out for that long-term deal. Fight to get it if you have to. That's what I'm doing if I'm Le'Veon Bell.
Because as good as he is, speaking of those injuries, there's no guarantee there'll be another huge long-term deal if you're Le'Veon Bell.
Sure.
I mean, now is the time.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I understand Teddy's perspective. If I'm the Steelers, my guess is I'm going to have to franchise him, and he'll play under the franchise tag because I don't know that I'll be able to sign him to that extension. This is a tricky deal because they're also trying to renegotiate Antonio Brown's contract and get him signed to a long-term deal. The running back position's a little different in 2017 now. He's an outlier because he's the best pure back in the National Football League, but the shelf life for even these elite backs is very short, and they also have to worry about some of the off-the-field issues as well. So my guess is they're going to franchise him, try to get that long-term deal, but I would be shocked if they were able to come to some sort of a long-term agreement.
It's just so interesting how much more we know now about the long-term effects of that position, even than we did 10 years ago. I mean, we have learned that when you have the leverage, you really have to take advantage of it.
If you're a running back, you got to use it.
You really do. You have to. Coming up, speaking of